Don't go shopping for a second-hand four-wheel drive until you watch this video.
Go, man, go.
Now, you're in the market for a used four-wheel drive. You've been scrolling through some of these maybe less reputable selling platforms and you've noticed this. Okay, what am I talking about? I'm talking about the number plates being covered up. Now, why are people doing this? Now, this is a super important message we need to get out there, particularly in the four-wheel drive community where this behaviour is absolutely rife and we need to really stomp it out. I think watching this video, sharing it amongst your friends, getting the information out there and getting people aware will hopefully help stomp this out. Now, the reason why I decided to make this video is I had a mate message me yesterday and his young bloke was interested in four-wheel driving and he wants to get his son a reliable four-wheel drive. He sent me a link to a Nissan Patrol with a ZD30 engine. He was worried about the reputation of that engine. Now, he sent me the link to the ad, and the first thing I said to him was, well, hang on, this person's got the number plates blanked out. You need to go and do some serious checks on the vehicle. Now, the reason why people are doing this is they've got something to hide. Now, here's a screen dump of the vehicle's kilometre history. As you can see, unless the vehicle is a time-travelling DeLorean, they've done the dodgy. Okay, so you've noticed there that the kilometres aren't consistent with the history of the vehicle. They've dropped 100,000 kilometres somehow. And that's just because someone's wound the kilometres back. When they've been next recorded, the kilometres are lower. There are people out there legitimately who cover their plates up, but I think they're doing it out of maybe ignorance. They think they're protecting themselves unnecessarily. I don't see any logical reason to do that unless you've got the mafia after you and you're on the witness protection program. I don't see any reason for you to do that. After all, you drive around your vehicle every day with your plates displayed as you lawfully should have to. Now, this is more of a problem for the older four-wheel drives, and it's particularly rife, and I don't have any data to back this up, but it seems to be particularly rife in the Nissan Patrol community, and to a lesser degree, I think that the Toyota Land Cruiser community as well. Particularly older ones like your GQ Patrols, your 80 series Land Cruisers, vehicles that are a bit easily, less sort of systems in place to prevent that sort of behaviour. It seems to be with those sort of vehicles. So one thing the government's recently done to sort of curb this behaviour is they're now recording the kilometres of the vehicle when by mechanics and that sort of stuff, and when it goes through its transferred ownership, the kilometres of the vehicle are recorded, and you can see if there's any inconsistencies with the kilometres and the history of that vehicle. All you have to do is just jump on the RMS app if you're in New South Wales, or any equivalent sort of application, depending on what state you're in. You can check the history of that vehicle, make sure the kilometres are consistent, and make sure there's no dodgy anomalies there. You can check whether the vehicle's been written off in the past. All those sorts of checks are easy for you to do, completely free, and that can help avoid any of those issues for you. Now, it's not just the issue of the kilometres being wound back that's the problem. There's a lot of other issues. There's issues with the history of the vehicle, whether the vehicle's been written off. If particularly in certain states, if you've accidentally purchased a written off vehicle, you won't be able to re-register it, you won't be able to get insurance for it, you won't be able to sell it on again. Some of the laws vary between different states, but generally it's going to cause you some serious grief. So what can we do to protect yourself from any of this dodgy stuff going on? Well, the first thing you need to do is jump on Google, work out where all the VIN plates are for that particular vehicle. Not just the VIN plates, but the VIN engraving on both the frame chassis and the body of the vehicle. Work out where they are. When you do go and see the vehicle, make sure you get that plate. Make sure that the plate is consistent with the VIN. Make sure that the frame chassis is consistent with the body of the vehicle. And just check if there's any evidence of those VIN plates or those vehicle identifiers being tampered with at all. You can't do that. That's illegal. And there's absolutely no reason for people to do any altering to those VIN plates in any way, shape or form, or rubbing back those engraved VIN details on the frames. You'd be very horrified how easy it is to get VIN plates just off eBay, stamp them and just put them on any kind of vehicle. So it's important you check those things. Any kind of dodgy looking anomalies in regards to those sorts of things, steer clear of it. It could be a sign of rebirthing or any other kind of dodgy behaviour. Now, if you're searching through and you find some miracle buys like this, it's more than likely too good to be true. Ask some questions, get the rego, do some checks, tell them you've checked it, and you'll more than likely end up with this.